Hey, y'all, it's me, Dr. Lynn Daniel, PhD, EDS. I am the self care evangelist. How's everyone doing today? All right, so I'm the self care evangelist. I teach about the importance of self care. And today I want to continue talking about mindset. I want to talk a little bit about how to change your fixed mindset. And I'm coming to you from Carol Dweck's PhD's book, Mindset, the New Psychology of Success, how we can learn to fulfill our potential. The first publication was in 2006, and the second edition was 2016, and this is the second edition. So, what is mindset? So that is your way of thinking and engaging with the world. It's like your attitude or perspective about the world that you live in and your ability to engage with the world. So, if you have a fixed mindset, you feel like you cannot grow, learn, and change. You feel like, well, that's how I am. That's how we are. We can't do nothing about it. And so you accept that and you don't try to improve or learn anything new. But then if you have a growth mindset, you're more open and willing to learn and explore and become more knowledgeable about topics that may not know about. You may be threatened by them, but you're not afraid to take on the challenge to learn them. Okay, so that's what we are talking about. Now, I do want to invite you all to go back and view the earlier videos from this week on locus of control and on mindset because my challenge will be coming up soon. And I want to invite you all to join me on this challenge. This challenge is designed to help you make transformation in your life, help you and me. It's really, I'm doing it for me first, but I'm inviting you all to join me on it. So, in this book that I just showed you, Dweck has a picture. I hope I'm showing this right. A picture of the mindset. Oh, great Scott. I'm not doing a good job. Oh, I'm doing a terrible job of showing you this picture of the mindsets. Okay, that was a waste of energy. It's on page 263 of the book. So if you go get the book from the library or some you order from the bookstore, um, fixed mindset and growth mindset is the illustration. It's a diagram by Nigel Holmes, and it really goes into detail about this what challenges, obstacles, efforts, criticisms, success of others, and how you deal with each of those depending on your mindset. Fixed mindset people they feel threatened by the success of others. Growth mindset people find lessons and inspiration in the successes of others. So see, what yesterday when I talked about your mindset determines how you behave and how you feel. So if you feel like you're stuck and you can't grow and learn, then more than likely you will want to hold on to what you have, whether that's little or a lot. You may feel threatened when someone else seems to be getting more attention than you from people who you want attention from. Okay, so now let's look at how to change it though. So Dweck gives some very good tips, I think, about how to change your growth mindset. And she talks about the journey. Now, she talks about the first thing you do is you need to accept. She gave how many steps on the journey did she give? I think 4 steps. Yes, 4. Okay. She said the first step is to embrace your fixed mindset, recognize and accept it. You have it. Okay. Now what? You accept the fixed mindset. You acknowledge that that is what it is. Do not be ashamed because now you're getting ready to Take step 2 to become aware of your fixed mindset triggers. Become aware of your fixed mindset triggers. When does your fixed mindset persona come home to roost? When does it show its rear its ugly head? It could be when you're thinking about taking on a new big challenge. Your fixed mindset may come out and say, "You can't do that. So and so will laugh at you," or whatever, right? Okay, so you recognize and give your fixed mindset triggers, recognize them. Third, now give your fixed mindset persona a name. So when you recognize and you accept that you have a fixed mindset and you recognize and accept the triggers, you identify this fixed mindset as a persona and give it a name. So you can name it whatever name is appropriate, you feel is appropriate. And then you label the attributes that come out of you that are triggered in you that you demonstrate and display. You attribute those to that persona, the fixed mindset persona, because you're objectifying the fixed mindset so that you can then teach the fixed mindset. The fourth step is to educate your fixed mindset and take it on a journey of learning to increase its your awareness of what you need to do to overcome the fixed mindset. Okay? So those are the four steps on the journey to overcoming your fixed mindset. Now, I will say that some people may find that, well, identifying your fixed mindset, that's good. Identifying the triggers is good, but I don't know about this naming it, giving it a persona, naming it. Okay, so if you don't want to give it a persona and name it, then what you can do is you can write a philosophy of the fixed mindset philosophy. You can write some kind of philosophy or a statement or some kind of manifesto that helps you to put the fixed mindset in a category outside of your identity, separated from who you are. Yeah, it's a part of you, but your goal is to grow and to train your brain and your mindset, your attitude, your perspective to want to learn and grow and evolve. And so when I was a new teacher, well, even before then, when I was an undergraduate student studying to become an educator, a classroom teacher, we were told students were in one of the classes we took, probably, I don't know, one of the classes where we were actually teaching, doing demonstration teachings and being filmed and all. Well, we were told to write a philosophy of education. And the exercise, I didn't really fully understand like the depth and the weight of that exercise. But as I became a classroom teacher, I began to understand the importance of having a philosophy, because having a philosophy of education really will dictate how you interact with your students, how you perceive your students. If your mindset is fixed, you have a fixed mindset, you're going to believe that your students cannot grow. They cannot um, overcome bad habits of learning or weaknesses in gaps in their learning. And the same applies to yourself and your own children if you have them and the people you interact with. If you have a fixed mindset, like I was told that some professions, especially professions that deal with people who harm others, they do have a fixed mindset when it comes to certain attributes or certain people that they have to deal with. because they have a deeper knowledge and understanding of the psychology of man, of human beings. But I'm speaking on this challenge, I'm helping myself and you to understand mindset when it comes to us thinking about what can make our lives and make us stronger, wiser, more equipped to have a fulfilling life and to go forth and pursue the things that we want in our lives and then be successful in doing it. So some careers, some jobs out in the world, they may have to see people from a fixed mindset perspective, but that is not the category that we are in right now. If you are a person who is 450 pounds, I'll just pull a number out of the air, right? I'm not shaming, I'm not fat shaming, I'm not ridiculing, I'm not picking on anyone, okay? I'm giving an illustration. Let's say you are a person who is morbidly obese, and one of your dreams, real deep down in you, is that you want to be able to run or ride a bike or enter a marathon or do something, climb a mountain or um, something, ride a bicycle, play with your children. You want to do an activity or accomplish something that is out of your reach because of the the predicament that you are in at this moment. If you have a fixed mindset, which you may have one, right? And if you do, then go through the steps that Dweck recommends. Embrace your fixed mindset, right? Say, okay, I have a fixed mindset. Yep, that's what it is. And then understand your triggers. And then give this fixed mindset a persona. Name the persona. And then start teaching that persona. Okay? So you're 450 pounds today, December 20, well, December 16, 2022. And then you enter the challenge and you say, you know what, I'm working on my mindset because I really want to be able to run a marathon, hike up there's some steps in a nearby community where you can hike up these 1,000 steps. I want to be able to hike up those 1,000 steps and then hike back down. Okay. So in your mindset, you know you have to do some things in here to help you break free so you can start taking daily, small, incremental actions to get you to where you want to be. And that's for all of us. Okay. So I didn't even show you all my friends on, I'm going to show you my friends on LinkedIn. And I want to thank them so much for their questions yesterday. Thank you all so much. I intended to have these up, but I got a little carried away. So yesterday, after I talked about mindsets and how to, consider yours and do your self-assessment so you can identify your mindsets, Kat Smith said, a good reminder. Thank you. I also find the ideas of a growth mindset and a fixed mindset to be useful too. And when I might be switching between the two, hey, what just happened? How does it feel in my body? What are my thoughts and emotions? And yes, we do switch between the two. We have a dominant one, just like locus of control. We have a dominant mindset, but then when we move to areas where we're very skillful, then our growth mindset is in front, right? Taking charge. When let's say we're in a meeting and the majority of the people are speaking French or Spanish, and your French and Spanish is preschool level or very, very minimal, then you may feel like, oh boy, challenge, right? Oh, I want to hide. Don't ask me any questions because my Spanish is not good. My French isn't good, you know? And so your fixed mindset is taking charge. Okay. So yeah, Kat, we do navigate between the two. And then Kat, how does it feel in my body? I like that she's asking you to pay attention to your body. And then what about your thoughts and emotions? Right? That self-awareness piece is very important. And then Sun asks Sundarasan, forgive me for I just botched your name. Sundarasan. Thanks for talking about identifying my mindset, thoughts and beliefs, behaviors, actions. I think this may be a subset of thoughts and beliefs. And then he continued, you all can see these numbers 3 and 4. Seek feedback from others, engage in self assessment. And then he says, wow, thank you so much, Dr. Lynn. So I clipped that before I opened up to show his whole statement. So, yeah, thank you. So, yes, it's important, you all, for us, like those of us who really want to grow and change. Each decade of our life, we should be looking for to maintain what we've achieved. And so, as you age or as you grow, then you cannot stand still. You may not even be able to continue doing just what you learned and what has maintained you in the decade prior or the 5 years prior. You may have to add a little weight to your your actions. Weight being increased something, increased repetitions, increased time applied to improvement, increased um you know learning time or engagement with family or whatever it is that you're trying to get more fullness and more to make your life more fulfilling, whatever that aim is that you feel will add a little more fulfillment and joy to your life. Well, what you did 10 years ago to have that fulfillment and joy may not work by itself anymore in the upcoming decade as you age. So you may have to increase your physical activity. You may have to increase your water intake. You may have to read more or do word puzzles or some sort of activity to keep your thinking, your cognition sharp. So you all get it. Y'all know me. I'm Dr. Lynn Daniel, the self-care evangelist. I know I'm preaching, but that's only because I want you to join me on this challenge, the transformation challenge that's coming up soon. It's going to be a great time for me to hit these next level goals that I have set for myself with my team, my care team. And so I'm just asking you to join me on this journey and we can do this together. But we're going to start with our mindset so we can finish strong. All right, everyone. Thank you. Be sure to go back and view those videos from earlier this week on locus of control and mindset. And check out this book here by Carol Dweck, PhD. Carol S. Dweck, PhD. Mindset, the new psychology of success, how we can learn to fulfill our potential. Be sure to check out my book, Trash Can, Stop Being a Receptacle for Toxic People's Waste, and You Are Not Garbage, Why You Need to Overcome Adverse Childhood Experiences and How to Do It. Be blessed.